We might have just seen the catch of the year down in San Diego. Stuart Fairchild, mercy, that was an amazing catch. Kind of shades of Adam Jones in the World Baseball Classic. We had some controversy down in Citi Field. Mets fans are saying that MLB screwed them out of a game-tying run. The Dodgers, they might have done it again. They bred yet another rookie outfielder who could win Rookie of the Year. And Mike Trout, he might have to get in Stephen A. Smith's face, because wait until you hear what happened. All of that and more in today's MLB Recap. We recap every single game, every single day, so stick around, join the team, and hit that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to use code Fuzzy on SeatGeek to save $20 off your entire order, and my code on Underdog Fantasy will get new users a $100 deposit match, and on top of the $100 match, new users get a free pick'em right now. This is probably the most unprofessional thing I've ever heard as a content creator or just a sports fan. Stephen A. Smith essentially said that Mike Trout deserved to tear up his knee because it was karma for him going back to the Angels and staying loyal.
I've grown disgusted with his lack of availability. I think you talked about karma with the New York Knicks. How about this? How about this, doggy? Maybe it's karma for him that he stayed with the Angels.
This is the same guy, by the way, that threw Kevin Durant under the bus and called him the weakest superstar of all time for joining the Lakers. So he wants to throw Kevin Durant under the bus, but when Mike Trout stays loyal to his squad, all of a sudden, he deserves to have his meniscus torn. This guy sucks. He's an absolute clown. All right, before I get too upset, let's just move on. We have the Cubs taking on the Mets. Shota Imanaga and Jose Butto, they were battling like Anakin and Obi-Wan on Mustafa. Ian Happ, he made a leaping grab to steal an extra base hit. Shota, he then struck out Pete Alonso and JD Martinez on some splitters. Butto, he was very good, and he's been very good over the course of the season, even dating back to last year. He matched Shota through 4. He was nasty. Bats were flying. PCA, he swung out of his cleats and tossed his bat into the netting. Lucky for him, he was able to put something in play, so it's 1-0 Cubs after the sac fly. Yes, he got the bat back. The only problem is allowing a run versus Shota is not good because he almost never allows runs. He kept getting out after out. 7 shutout, 7 strikeouts for Imanaga. He lowers his ERA to 0.78 over 6 starts. That's 3 earned runs total over 34 2/3. The Mets got something going in the 9th inning, so the tying run is now at third after JD launched one to deep center. PCA, he could not make the grab. Jeff McNeil, he sent one to left field. Pete, he's going to try it, and he's out. Pete Alonso, his hand hit the floor right before it hit home plate and then bounced over the plate, so he never touched it. There's also no blocking on the play. I guess there's a rule, though, where you can't be standing on home plate. They didn't call it. I'm really confused, so let me know in the comments. Do you think that Pete Alonso should have been called safe due to blocking, or was he out? The battle for first place in the AL East is continuing. Anthony Rizzo came into this at bat versus Burns 0 for 9, make it 0 for 10. Corbin, he showed the heck out early in this one. After he got some help from the blue, that strikeout of Grisham made it 5 strikeouts through 2 innings for Corbin. So if Corbin Burns showed the heck out, what does that mean for Luis Gil? What did he do? Because he went 6 up and then 6 down. His fastball is a legit weapon. His ceiling is incredibly high, and that was incredibly high as well. Look at Ali chasing a ball at his eyebrows. That's because his fastball, not only is it 97, but it rises as well. He can also break out a 90-mile-per-hour changeup. He gets Mountcastle. And look at this. We got a little pitcher's duel. Corbin, at one point, he set down 7 in a row before Jose Trevino. He singled. Gunner, he's slipping and sliding. He can't make the play, but no one can make this play. Oswaldo Cabrera, he woke up from his 2 or 3 week slumber. Those are also the first 2 runs allowed to New York by Burns all season long. He had tossed 12 shutout before that 2-run home run. He got some help from Juan Soto. Juan tried to be sneaky and steal third base. He's out by a mile. Stanton, he then lined out to a sliding Heston Kjerstad. Corbin, he just simply got beat. Luis Gil, he was just better. The kid almost went 7 shutout on 2 base hits, 5 strikeouts. The Yankees, they had some trouble in the 8th. Ian Hamilton, he walked Mullins, then he hit Kjerstad, so Clay Holmes is going to try and have to save them again, and that's just filthy. Gunner, he's out swinging, and so is Ali. Clay Holmes then got the next 3 outs as well, so he just became the 3rd relief pitcher in baseball to 10 saves. On top of that, he's also only walked 1 hitter over 15 appearances. That's just not fair. So the Yankees join Atlanta and Philly in the 20-win club. LA, they're trying to have a seat at the table as well. Jordan Montgomery had his start delayed by some bees yesterday, but apparently he's ready for this one, and I don't know if his timing or routine was just thrown off, but he did not look right. Andy Pages, he went way out. He's got 3 home runs already. He also plays great defense, and he's top 18% in speed. Watch him be in the Rookie of the Year conversation. We know Corbin is top 1% in speed, but that Austin Barnes double is just out of reach. One more scores. Mookie, he tagged on a single, so 2 more are going to score. He's already at 3.2 WAR on Baseball Reference. Monty, he wanted to keep eating innings, and LA wanted to keep on scoring. Will Smith is hitting 355 with 4 home runs. Yoshinobu Yamamoto has been unreal since his debut versus the Padres in Korea. Opposing hitters are trying their best to take him out the game themselves. McCarthy, he had a broken bat straight to Yamamoto. Last week, it was Eddie Rosario with a comebacker straight to Yamamoto. LA, they were gift wrapped 2 more runs in the 7th after 2 more bases loaded walks. The Dodgers, they send the Diamondbacks to 14-18. The Dodgers, they're now in the 20-win club. And again, before we move on, Yamamoto has a 1.6 ERA and an insane 2.5 FIP since that first start. He had 5 strikeouts over 6 shutouts. The Guardians are kind of shocking everyone. They're also 1 win away from joining the 20-win club. They've been knocking on the door for a few games now. Tristan McKenzie, he's looked so much better over his last 3 starts. His right fielder gave him the leadoff Verlander in the 5th inning. Will Brennan, he's up to 4 home runs. Brian Rocchio, he got on later in that inning, and Quan, he ripped one down the line. So it's going to be a race to home. Tucker, he had a good relay, but Rocchio, he's in there. He's been very impressive lately. Quan, the exact same thing. More on Quan in just a second. Tristan, he worked his way through 5 shutouts, but remember, he's pitching with a torn ligament in his elbow, but he's only at 63 pitches, so it makes sense to try and go for more. But Altuve, he broke the tie. He scores Dubon on an RBI single. Tristan, he got out of that frame. He's back out for the 7th, and Kyle Tucker now has 8 home runs. That ball almost went 430 feet. McKenzie, he buckled down. He got the next 2 outs via the strikeout. He has 19 strikeouts over his last 16 innings. That is very encouraging if you're me, a Guardians fan. Cleveland, they're about to play their 4th extra inning game in a row, and Steven Kwan put the team on his back. That RBI single down the left field line gets his batting average to 360, and then Clase, he punched out the rookie Loper Fido, I hope I said that right, and Kwan again saved his squad. Dubon tried to bloop one in, and Caratini had no idea that the ball was even caught. Steven, he's now tied with Shohei in F4, and he might get some top 5, top 10 MVP votes this year. The Guardians, they're 20-10. The Astros are the opposite. They're 10-20. I've said this before, but Houston is very lucky that the AL West is kind of off to a sluggish start this year. We'll show the Mariners game after this Texas game. Ildemaro Vargas, he jolted a double in the 2nd. Alex Call, he turned on a slider. Vargas, he's going to try for home. He's in there. Evan Carter at least made it close, but the Nationals, they're up 1. And here we go, some drama. Washington starter Trevor Williams, he loaded the bases with no one out. That's as bad as it gets. He got Langford to roll over. They throw home. He then got Jonah Heim to strike out, and now he's out of it. Leody Taveras, he grounds out, and Trevor Williams, he completes his magic trick. Oh, wait, it's happening again? Bases loaded again. No one out for Trevor Williams. Just like Wyatt Langford, Nathaniel Lowe, he dribbled one, and just like the last time, he got a strikeout after the dribbler. This inning is going exactly like the last bases loaded jam. It's not a ground out, but Trevor Williams somehow pulled the rabbit out of his hat again. No damage done, even though he loaded the bases with no outs twice in the span of a few innings. Andrew Heaney was fantastic, but the Washington staff held his lineup scoreless the entire game. Kyle Finnegan, he struck out the side. He sent Corey Seager's bat flying. Kyle Finnegan joins the 10-save club. The Nationals, they're 15-15. The Rangers are 16-15. I don't think anyone had the Nationals and the Rangers basically having the same record after the first month, but everyone did have the Atlanta Braves being in first place, and they're again taking on the first place Mariners. Chris Sale, he was nasty. We'll show him in a second. Ronald, he smoked a single, and so did Austin Riley. I thought that Dylan Moore actually caught that. Emerson Hancock, he lost all command. He walks 2 straight to bring home a run. Ozuna was hand-delivered his MLB best 32nd RBI. Orlando Arcia, he was then delivered 2 free bases as Mitch Haniger, he just flat out dropped it. Maybe the sun was an issue. I don't know. All I know is that allowed Ronald to knock in a free RBI, and then Ozzy, he secured a 14-game hit streak. 2 are on for Austin Riley. He's going to try Mitch one more time, and you got to tip your cap for the effort, but almost no one's going to catch that. Riley, he legs out a 2-run 3-bagger, and Matt Olson made it 5 runs after he singled in Riley. Polanco, at least he's getting hot. He had 2 RBI base hits in this one in the 5th, another in the 7th. So Seattle is trying their best to climb back into it. The tying run is on, and Cal Raleigh, and he squibbed it. Rizal, he escapes his own little jam. That's his 8th save. Now, there's a big problem, though, for the rest of MLB. Chris Sale, he struck out 9 over 5 innings. That means he has 15 strikeouts and 2 earned runs allowed over his last 2 starts. That's insane. Every single team from the AL West that we've shown today has lost, but leave it to the A's to break that streak. As soon as Abraham Toro blasted off in the 2nd, this ball game was over. Tyler Nevin, I mean, come on, bro. There's no way he just hit another. Connor Joe, he runs out of room. That ball's gone, so that's a 9-game hit streak for Tyler Nevin. Toro's up again, this time with the bases loaded and 2 down. O'Neal Cruz, he took his sweet time. I mean, it's all good, though, because he's got a cannon. No, he threw a miss missile. He had no accuracy behind it at all. That is frustrating. Real quick before we show the rest of the game, I got to talk about the veteran Ross Stripling. He blanked Pittsburgh over 6. He's not a big strikeout guy, but 6 shutout on 79 pitches. That is very, very good. Now, there was some trouble in the 7th. Austin Adams, he's been fantastic all year. He's going to have to save them after McFarland loaded the bases up. 3-2, 2 outs, and the payoff pitch gets him. Adam then pumped his fist before going back into the dugout. Este Ruiz, he pinch ran for Abraham Toro after he walked, and Este, he immediately stole second. That's 71 stolen bases over his last 148 games. James McCann, he can swing it for a catcher. He dropped in a broken bat RBI. Este, he manufactures himself a run. Now, the only sad part about that is Mason Miller doesn't have a save opportunity now. He went 1-2-3 again. He only struck out 1, though, so he's falling off. Obviously, I'm joking. The A's, they've won 4 games in a row. The Red Sox are also trying for a 4-game win streak, and odds are high considering they have the real-life buzzsaw on the bump. Cutter Crawford, he lowered his ERA to like 1.2 after 2 okay, that's just mean. I'm giving him praise. Will you leave me alone? Giants catcher Tom Murphy, he launched one over the monster. That's the first home run allowed by Cutter all year. Dalton Jeffries, or Jeffers, whatever his name is, he's now pitching for the Giants. He let Devers go off the wall for an RBI double. Ref Schneider, he stole the lead on a ground out, but I don't even have time to show the second run because Yaz is out here bunting with 2 outs, and it actually worked. We had some lift, small, and bunt the ball action in that inning, and Manuel Valdez, he's banging baseballs in the 4th. That one's off the monster. He put the Red Sox up by 1. Duran, he hit another triple, this time an RBI triple. He's up to 4 already. Boston, they kept the run scoring going. Newcomer Dominic Smith, I forgot he just signed with the Red Sox. He knocks in Ref Schneider, and check out this sick play from catcher Connor Wong. I like his game a lot, and here he is with the stick. He laced a long RBI extra base hit, his 3rd base hit of the night. Cutter, he was very good down the stretch. He went 7 on 6 punch outs. He has an insane 1.56 ERA. Weiser, he got a double play to end it. The Red Sox and the A's, they've won 4 games in a row. So the A's and Red Sox own the longest win streaks in baseball. Okay, I just wanted to mess with Twins fans a little bit. Chicago, they actually went up a few, and then Buxton, he injured himself somehow on a steal attempt. I'm hoping that he's going to be okay because we can't have Buxton and Trout go down in 1 week. Why are you doing this, baseball gods? He's also struggling with a knee issue right now. Tommy Pham, he's been playing angry at the world. I have no idea why no one wanted to sign him, and he's proven that he deserves a roster spot. 415 feet. By the way, he had an RBI double earlier in the game. Alex Kirilloff, he got one back on his 2nd of the year. That's his 10th RBI. The Sox, they kept answering. Robbie, he doubled in their 4th run, and then Minnesota had a golden chance, but Willie Castro, he ground... Oh my. Paul DeJong is usually as sure-handed as it gets. 2 are going to score, so they tied at 4. Kepler, he stole the lead on a single, and the Twins never looked back. Jose Miranda, he added to it. Corey Lee, he stole back some momentum with his 3rd home run. I like what he does behind the dish and in the box. I think that he could be a key addition for the White Sox if they do ever figure it out. But Jose Miranda, he might be back. He lasers a double. 2 are going to score. Jeffers, he did the exact same thing. He plates 2 on a scorched double. Willie Castro's single made it double digits, and the Twins have now won 10 in a row. Facing the White Sox and the Angels is a lot of fun. That's all I'm going to say. Unless you're a Phillies fans, because the Halos have given Philly a lot of trouble all series long. Just like the A's game, this one was over in the 2nd, though, because that's all that Philly needed. Schwarber, he laced a 2-run single up the gut. That got just past the glove of Neto at shortstop. Yeah, Adrianza got on the board, but to me, that's just cruel to tease fans because Alec Boehm, he dunked in a single for his 15-game hit streak. I mean, that's kind of it. Sandoval, he struck out a bunch afterwards. Again, giving fans hope is just not fun. Yes, he strikes out 10, but Wheeler, he got through 5. For the first time in a while, he really struggled with command. He's out after 5. It's just that the Philly bullpen was so good. Wait, hold up. 2 runners on. Taylor Ward, he crushed it. It's back. And it's at the track. That's a home run in 20 of 30 ballparks, but the Phillies, they win yet another series. The man who rakes is back to raking. Spencer Steer, his slump is officially over. He's up to 4 home runs, 22 RBIs, and 8 stolen bases. Hello. Manny, he wanted a home run as well, and he's going to get the opportunity. Oh, wait, I already kind of spoiled it in the intro, but Stuart Fairchild went the bigs on us. Do you guys remember that old video game where you could make legendary catches at the wall by doing a button combination? That's what Stuart Fairchild looked like. I mean, just an insane catch. Is that the catch of the year? It's still 1-0 Reds after 4. Profar, he's up. Tyler Wade, he stole second to get himself in scoring position, and Jerkson Profar's on a mission. He's hitting .342 with 21 RBIs. We'll skip to the 7th. Profar's up again, and he got on again. That's a single. Then Fernando Tatis Jr. took a walk. Please give us Slam Diego. We got it. Jake went to the Chrome Zone. Slam Diego is back in action. That's his 5th home run. He has 21 RBIs. Closing pitcher Robert Suarez is not going to get a save, but he has now gone 12 consecutive innings without allowing a run. The Reds have now lost 2 games in a row, which sucks for the Cardinals because they've also lost 2 in a row. They have not been able to gain any ground. I'm sorry for spoiling things, but I got to speed through these last few games because I have a lot of adulting to do this morning. I'm sorry. 22-year-old Colt Keith got it going early for the Tigers. It's really nice to see him seeming a bit more comfortable at the big league level after he got that big-time extension. And what was that? No, seriously. What was that pitch? I had to double take to make sure a positional player was not pitching. I guess Miles Michaelis is just that bad, apparently. Wilson went to dead center, but that was the only run allowed by Kenta Maeda all day long. He cruised his way through 6. He struck out 5 without allowing any walks. That's when Kenta is at his best. If he can keep that up, the AL Central is going to get a whole lot tougher. Vierling, his 3rd RBI of the game, wrapped it up as Alex Lang. He had his 2nd save of the year. The Tigers, I think they're at, what, 18 wins? Yeah, the Tigers now have 18 wins after winning 2 games in a row. The Royals are going for 19 wins and also a 2-game win streak. This was a pitcher's duel early. We have Chris Bassett versus Seth Lugo. They both held each other scoreless through 5. Isbell and company, they got a rally cooking versus Bassett in the 6th. Isbell, he doubled. Then Michael Garcia, another lift small, bunt the ball action. He has a sacrifice bunt. Bobby Witt Jr. then clutched up. He drove in the first run for either team. Salvi, of course, he's going to drive in one. He leads the AL with 27 RBIs. Davis Schneider made a nice snag to grab an out for Chris Bassett, but another run scores in the process. Seth Lugo, he was masterful. He was basically perfect through the first 6. Look at that movement. Now, I know that Danny Jansen tagged him, but he tags everyone. He's got 6 extra base hits and a 195 OPS plus, even though he missed the first few weeks. Lugo, he threw a wicked change for his 8th strikeout. His day is done. He has a 1.6 ERA over 7 starts. Michael Massey, he's praying that this ball stays fair. It's bending foul, but it goes back in. His 2nd home run of the series doubles the Kansas City lead. The Royals are 19-13. The Tigers are 18-13. The Twins are 17-13. The Guardians are 20-10. Is the Central good? Staying with the Central, this time the NL Central. Milwaukee, they told me they're huge Steve Irwin fans and they wanted some revenge. William Contreras turned and burned on a sinker inside. The runner from second is going to score easy. Oliver Dunn, he's going to try and score from first on a ball to left field. I forgot he's one of like 11 Brewers players who are top 10 in speed. He flies around and rewards Contreras with 2 RBIs. Colin Ray, he really dug deep for Steve Irwin. He beat the Rays up good. Yeah, look at Ray going 6 shutout with 5 strikeouts. You show those criminals. Milwaukee wasn't done there. Adames hit his first of 2 home runs. Wait for the second one. His first one went 421 feet. Oliver Dunn, he's at it again. He's going to try and score from first again. I thought for sure Blake Perkins had a 2-run home run, but instead Dunn does score. That is an RBI double. Willie, there's his 2nd home run, a huge 3-run home run. RBIs 19, 20, and 21 on a 6 home run. The Brewers, they win easy 7-1. The Rays, they're 14-18, but I'm going to give them some slack because they have so many key losses. Their injury list looks like an all-star roster. Dakota Hudson somehow threw 4 clean innings, but that's more like what we've seen from him all season long. Luis Arias, he singled in 1, and De La Cruz, he ripped a double down the line, so lots of first-to-home action these last 2 games. Roddery Munoz, he's getting his 2nd big league start, and this kid can carve. 5 shutout, he can really spin it. Colorado, they did get 1, but Munoz, he just kind of felt bad. He wanted to give them some hope. Munoz then got Charlie Blackmon to dribble out, so he's in line for his 1st big league W. Dane Myers, have yourself a series. He had a walk-off a few days ago. Now he clutches up with the bases loaded. He has 5 RBIs in his first 8 at-bats. Anthony Maldonado, he's out for the save. He started a game a few days ago. He went 6 innings with 8 strikeouts in his MLB debut. Now he's getting a save chance. Hey, he gets it. And the Marlins, for the first time this year, have won back-to-back games. Let me know in the comments before we show the web gems who's going to be the worst team in baseball. Is it going to be the White Sox, the Rockies, or the Marlins? Who's going to lose the most amount of games? Thank you all so much for watching, and enjoy the gems.
To third again. Down. Ramirez off balance throw in time.
Starling Marte bounces one to short, sliding stop with a backhand by Swanson.
There's a bouncer at third base. That is a fair ball. Long throw for Smith. It is in time.
Hayes on the ground. Diving play by Hernandez. Gets up. Throw to first. Dug out.
Up the middle. Junior slides from a knee. Throws.
Oh, that's on a